All right, today I'm going to teach you guys about two kinds of jokes. Okay, two kinds of jokes. But first, let's take a look at this joke here. Okay, so we see an angry woman in the window, and we see her husband outside here, and the dog says, "Welcome back, sir. Are you planning on being our guest for one night only, or will this be your usual extended stay?" Okay, welcome back, sir. Are you planning on being our guest for one night only, or will this be your usual extended stay? Do you get it? Well, if you don't get it, I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to teach you about the two kinds of jokes. Hey, if you like getting tips about jokes and other things in English, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel right down there. Okay, so there's a running joke in Western society that if the wife is upset at her husband, she kicks him out of the house and he has to sleep in the doghouse. Okay, I'll say that again. Okay, there's a running joke in Western countries, like here in Canada. Okay, that if the wife is upset at her husband, she kicks him out of the house and he has to sleep in the doghouse. Okay, do you know what a running joke is? A running joke is an ongoing joke. Okay, so the word running means ongoing. Right, we're not talking about this kind of running, like I'm going to go running, after making this video. No, the word running can also mean ongoing. Okay, so you might hear someone say, don't leave your car running. Don't leave your car running. That means you should turn your car off, right? It's stupid to just leave your engine running, if you're not going anywhere. That's called idling. Sometimes you see signs that say, don't leave your car idling, right? It wastes gas, it ruins the environment. So it's just stupid to leave your car running. Okay, so that means ongoing, right? We're not talking about going running. Okay, so there's a running joke. We could say this. Okay, there's a running joke here at Mad English TV about my mustache. I've had a mustache now for, I don't know, one or 2 months. I can't remember. And people always comment and say, "Hey, Mark, your mustache is stupid. When are you going to shave your mustache? It looks so bad." Okay, so we could say that's sort of a running joke. Or maybe it's not a joke. It's more of like a theme. Okay, it's a running theme about my mustache. A lot of people have commented on my mustache, down in the comments. So that's what running means. Okay, running just means ongoing. Okay, so the running joke that I said is that a wife is upset at her husband. Okay, so she kicks him out of the house and he has to sleep in the doghouse. Now, what does this mean here? In the doghouse. Do you know what in the doghouse means? Okay, well, in the doghouse means you did something bad and now you're in trouble. Okay, so he did something bad, right? We can see his wife is angry, right? She's standing in the window and she's looking at him and she's upset about something. Okay, now we don't know what he did wrong. We don't know why she's mad. It could be something like this. Maybe he forgot her birthday. That's pretty bad, right? He forgot his wife's birthday and now he's in the doghouse. Okay, so in the doghouse means you did something bad and you're in trouble. Okay, now in the doghouse is a figure of speech. Okay, it's not literal. We're not talking about him literally going to sleep in the doghouse. Okay, I mean, maybe that's happened. Maybe sometime in history, maybe a wife has kicked her husband out of the house and he had to go sleep in the doghouse. Maybe, but most of the time when we use this, we're talking about we're sort of using it as a figure of speech. Okay, a figure of speech just means we're talking figuratively, not literally. Now, there's a very similar expression that we have in English, which is sleep on the couch. Okay, so look at this guy. He says, "I have to spend the night on the couch tonight because I forgot her birthday." Okay, so he forgot her birthday, so he has to sleep on the couch tonight. Now, this is probably much more literal. Okay, I mean it's still maybe a figure of speech, but it's much more likely that a wife would kick her husband out of bed and he goes and sleeps on the couch. Right, that's more likely than if he goes and sleeps in the doghouse. Okay, so this could be literal, but it could also be a figure of speech. Okay, so in Western culture, very often the wife wears the pants in the relationship. Okay, do you know what this means? Wears the pants. What does it mean if the wife wears the pants in the relationship. That means she has the power. Okay, she has the control. I just wanted to drink some water because I have a story to tell you. Oh, got some water on my mustache. Okay, so I want to tell you a story. So this isn't a joke. Okay, this is, it really happens. In Western culture, it's very often for the wife to wear the pants. That means, the wife is the boss. Sometimes the man wears the pants. Maybe in your country, it's more common for the man to wear the pants. Okay, that means the man, has the control. The man has the power. If the man tells his wife to do something, she has to do it. But very often in Western countries like Canada, very often the wife is the boss, and she gets to tell her husband to do whatever she wants. Okay, so I have a story about this. Okay, so a few years ago, I lived out in BC. I lived with an elderly couple. I rented a room in their house. Actually, maybe elderly is not the right word. I think they were probably about 55, 60. I don't know. Do you consider that elderly, or is that more middle-aged? But anyway, I rented a room in their house, and we shared a kitchen. Okay, so I cooked in their kitchen. They owned the house. I was just renting a small room in their house. So we shared a kitchen, but I had my own fridge in the garage. Okay, so I didn't use their fridge. I had my own fridge in the garage. And suddenly, after living there for a few months, I started noticing chocolate bars in my fridge. Like different kinds of chocolate bars just sort of randomly appearing in my fridge. A chocolate bar would be there for maybe 2 or 3 days, and then it would go missing. And then more chocolate bars would come, and then I was sort of wondering, where are these chocolate bars coming from? Who's putting them here? And then a few months later, the husband told me that he was hiding chocolate bars in my fridge because he wasn't allowed to have chocolate in the house. His wife didn't let him eat chocolate bars. Okay, so he was hiding them in my fridge from his wife. Can you believe it? So, that was just such a bad relationship. I felt terrible for that guy. That guy was a slave. He was his wife's slave. I mean, don't think this is crazy. Okay, in Western culture, very often the wife wears the pants. In that relationship, the wife was a control freak. Do you know what a control freak is? A control freak is just a person who controls everything. She didn't let her husband do anything, right? He didn't even have the power to eat chocolate. He couldn't make his own decisions, Well, he did, he made his decisions secretly. He hid his chocolate in my fridge. But boy, that was a terrible relationship. I felt so sorry for that guy. But anyway, so that's what wears the pants means. Okay, so in that experience in that house, the wife definitely wore the pants. Okay, so that means she had the control. Okay, so I talked about running joke. Okay, a running joke in Western culture is that a wife controls her husband. Okay, but there's another kind of joke, an inside joke. Have you heard of an inside joke? Okay, so basically an inside joke is a joke between friends. Not everybody knows this joke. It's just a small group of people that know the joke. That's why it's called an inside joke, right? Are you in the inside or are you on the outside? If you're on the outside, you won't get the joke. But if you're on the inside, then you'll get the joke. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. Okay, so that woman says, hey, do you want to come shopping with me? Okay, she asks her friend, hey, do you want to come shopping with me? And her friend replies, only if we don't go to McDonald's first. Only if we don't go to McDonald's first. Ha 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 ha. They're laughing about it. Is that funny? Did you see anything funny in there? Do you want to come shopping with me? Only if we don't go to McDonald's first. How is that funny? We don't get it. It doesn't look funny to us, right? But it's because we're not getting something, right? This is an inside joke. It's only they understand it, right? So we don't know the backstory. We don't know the backstory. That's why we don't know why it's funny, right? Backstory is something that happened before. Okay, so something happened in this situation before, and that's why they're laughing. Okay, I mean, what do you think the backstory could be? If I look at this, okay, so she's asking if she wants to go shopping, and she's saying only if we don't go to McDonald's first. So this tells me something must have happened at McDonald's the last time they went shopping. Maybe the last time they went shopping, they went to McDonald's first, and maybe she spilled ketchup all over her clothes, or maybe she spilled a milkshake all over her clothes, or something bad happened, right? Or probably something funny or something bad happened, and now they're joking about it. Okay, so that's the backstory. They know the backstory of what happened at McDonald's, but we don't know it. Okay, so we need to know the backstory to get the inside joke. If we don't know the backstory, then we won't understand the inside joke. And friends, or maybe family, or just a small group of people, they know the backstory. In an inside joke, the people inside, they know it, so that's why they're laughing. Sorry, I just needed a bit more water. I got a bit more water on my mustache. What do you think? My mustache is getting in the way. Should I shave it off? Smash like if you think I should shave off my mustache. Okay, so you need to know the backstory in order to get an inside joke. And with friends and family, they always know what happened before, but we don't. Okay, so that's the difference between an inside joke and a running joke. Okay, an inside joke means it's an inside, only a few people get it, and a running joke is a joke that's ongoing. Okay, but very often an inside joke can be a running joke, and a running joke can be an inside joke. I mean, let's say they joke about this every time they go shopping. Maybe every time, one of the friends says, "Hey, do you want to come shopping with me?" Maybe they always say this, only if we don't go to McDonald's first. Okay, so if they always joke about this, then it's a running joke. Okay, so it's an inside joke because only they know it, but it's also a running joke because it happens all the time. Okay, so just remember that an inside joke and a running joke, they're different, but they're related. Okay, so take a look at this guy, all right? This guy is new on the job, okay? He just started a new job. It's his first day on the job. And suddenly, he hears his coworkers laughing. But he doesn't know why they're laughing, okay? He's out of the loop. Okay, out of the loop means you don't know what's going on. You don't have information about something. Okay, all those people, they're in the loop. Okay, they're inside the loop, but he's out of the loop. So to be out of the loop means you don't really know what's going on. You don't understand something because you're missing some information. Okay, so the opposite of out of the loop is in the loop. Okay, so those people are in the loop. But lucky for this guy, he has a nice coworker. Okay, and one of his coworkers explains the joke to him. Okay, he says there's a running joke in our office that Frank brings the weirdest lunches. Okay, there's a running joke in our office that Frank brings the weirdest lunches. Okay, so maybe Frank opened up his lunch and everybody saw it and everybody started laughing because this is a running joke that everybody looks to see what did Frank bring for lunch. It's always weird. Maybe today Frank brought something weird like a spaghetti hamburger. All right, he made himself a spaghetti hamburger with I don't know. It's just a weird looking hamburger. Okay, so everybody's laughing. Okay, so we didn't know, right? But now that our coworker explained it, now we know. Hey, now we're in the loop. Now we understand, why everybody's laughing. It's because Frank always brings the weirdest lunches. So now, we're going to look for it. Next time we come to work, the next day and the next day and the day after that, we're going to be paying attention to what is Frank eating for lunch, and we're going to enjoy laughing with everybody, right? It feels good to be in the loop. It always feels a bit isolating to be out of the loop when everybody's laughing about something and you don't understand it. You feel a bit lonely, don't you? You feel a bit isolated. You feel out of the loop. Okay, so hopefully, you have a nice coworker to do this for you, to bring you in the loop, to explain why everybody is laughing. Okay, so that's the difference between an inside joke and a running joke. Remember, an inside joke could be a running joke, and a running joke could be an inside joke. Very often that's the case, but it doesn't have to be. Right? Like the joke at the beginning about what I told you about Western society, right? In Western society, a running joke is that the wife The wife sends the husband into the doghouse, right? So that's an example of a running joke because it goes on. It's an ongoing joke, but it's not an inside joke, right? Because everybody in society knows it. Okay, so that's not an inside joke, but it's a running joke. In the same way, if an inside joke only happens one time, right? Like the women who were shopping, if they only joke about that once, well, then it's an inside joke, but it's not a running joke. Okay, so these are related, but they are a bit different. Do you understand? Do you understand the difference? Smash like if you understand the difference between an inside joke and a running joke. Okay, so for homework, I want to ask you this question, okay? Who wears the pants in your relationship? In your relationship, who wears the pants? Do you wear the pants or does your partner wear the pants? And if you're not in a relationship right now, who do you want to wear the pants in your future relationship? Do you want to wear the pants or do you want your partner to wear the pants? Let me know your answer down there in the comments. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.